Good morning. Hello.
Hi.
What's up, man?
I don't know, just listen to a dog scream its head off in the other room because it's stupid and I hate it.
Sounds great.
So again, you little bitch.
I said that sounds great, you fucking cockweasel.
Mm-hmm. I remember when the house I lived in was sane and we were cat people and we didn't own dogs and everything was nice and quiet and normal, and then my mum decided we should get a dog, and then my dad, because he's an idiot, enabled her, and now we have to live with these fucking things.
These? Plural?
Well, we've had 2 dogs, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to, but we've had multiple at this point.
Well, makes you feel any better. Chances are the dog will be dead long before you are.
Yeah, but it's young, so it's probably at least gonna like live another 8 or 9 years.
Might have
Each
a
of the
stroke.
previous one. Don't get my hopes up. Please don't get my hopes up.
I am drinking this morning.
Good for you. Although it's not really morning for you, is it?
It's still yesterday.
No, what I mean by not really morning is that... What time is it for you right now?
A little after 6 in the morning.
Yeah. But when did you wake up?
Yesterday, sometime in the early afternoon.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it might be morning hours, but to your body clock, it's not morning.
No.
Three days until the Tomb Raider remasters come out.
Mm-hmm. that something worth getting excited about?
Yes, it is.
Just checking.
They did a great job with the first 3. They did a fantastic job with the first 3.
Yeah, but a remaster is a polish. I don't see what the point is in playing a polished turd.
Well, because 4 and 5 aren't turds. It's 6 you gotta look out for.
Yeah, Tara. I needed something chill, so we're just chatting. I might die, but I probably won't.
You telling me now's not a good time for Dino Crisis 3?
No, it's not.
Is there ever a good time for Dino Crisis 3?
Good to see you, though, all the same, brother. I'm having an interesting morning. Introspective. Surely you can relate. You've had those. But yeah, man, I just, yeah. Personal stuff. I just want to cruise around the land I love, killing infinitely respawning zombies, pretending that I don't have admin powers, and just try to survive. Play a little lo-fi. And chat with Steven while we do it. Fun story, was running through a forest. Everything was calm and a bear spawns in. It might.
I've been attacked by a pack of bears before. Which was interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
That's not how bears behave.
No, they're not supposed to pack up like that. You can make them pack up like that if you know what you're tweaking in the files.
I also remember once I had a G3 battle rifle that's 7.62x51, and a bear started running at me. I unloaded the thing in full auto and landed 19 shots in a row before it died. It died about 3 feet away from me mid-animation. And I sat there thinking, no fucking way. That bear would feel the first shot and turn and run.
Yeah.
It would be like, holy shit, that was loud. I don't even know what it hit me with, and it really fucking hurt. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what magic is, but that's that.
Call that a boomstick.
Yeah.
A club of bears.
And of course, it just kept running towards me. Okay.
Oh yeah. None of the predator animals in this game react realistically to what would happen if they got shot in the face.
No self-preservation.
Yep. But that's okay. I don't expect much from this game. Not in those terms anyway. What I expect from this game is beautiful vistas
That actually aren't that beautiful.
that aren't actually that pretty when you really start looking at them.
It's like a person, pretty, with some editing.
Heh.
What the fuck is my car?
That is a good question. Where is your car?
Dunno. It's not in there. Yeah, apparently I've got a vehicle impounded. Let's go and have a look at what's impounded. It better be my car. It's not my car. I'm gonna be angry.
I take it you're playing Grand Theft Auto then?
Yes.
Can you modify the AI of NPCs in DayZ? Technically,
Kind of.
yes. I can't, but I can rely on the skills of others who put in the time to make the mods. They actually,
But they tend to just be different degrees of shit.
yeah. I mean, I have tweaked the AI in DayZ using mods. Like, for instance, I added a mod that removes their ability to jump over high walls. They can still jump over waist-high stuff, but they can't hop over walls now, so when you jump over a wall, they have to go around, which gives you a chance to try to get some distance between you. But I've given them the ability to bang open doors, which means you can't just barricade in the house and wait for them to forget about you. Although the mod is deliberately unpredictable in a way where sometimes you can just run into the house and they might actually forget about you. I think I also, yeah, I've added some, some AI, because I had to. I added a toxic zone to Prison Island, had to put toxic suit zombies there so that, they'd be there. Because the regular ones kept, spawning and dying.
As they do.
Yeah.
Is... No, that's not one of them. Right, fine.
Fill you up at the next well. So, how's your morning treating you, Tara? Hope it's treating you better than mine is. Although, to be fair, my morning could be a lot worse. Just kind of depressing.
Interesting.
I'm glad he got confused. I remember back in the day, old early days, there used to be a chopper spawn right here, like every time. Noisy kids, probably too much fruit juice. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, gotta get that energy out of there, man. How many kids you got? Two, huh? Is that 2 daughters, or is the other one a boy?
I remember a comedian talking about how many kids he had. He said, when I got married, I said I always thought I wanted 2 kids. Now I've got 1. I've realised I want none. It's like, it's like, submarine.
That would suck. to want kids right up until the moment you have them and realize you made a
this
gross
is terrible. Yeah, a gross error that you can't really easily go back on.
Can't just hit a reset button on that, Chief.
Yeah. Alright, great.
Now that decision's in there.
But while it's in there, you've still got a choice. It's when it's out of there.
Well, I mean, if you're going by that logic, you have as much choice after that comes out, too.
No, not exactly.
Depends on what you define a murder as.
Well, murder is a legal definition.
Sure. But we're not talking about what law says, we're talking about what you define as murder.
That's
a personal thing.
That will have a much less of an effect on your life than what the law says.
Okay, well, if I have an abortion, I'm not going to jail. If I murder somebody, I'm going to jail. But I still have the freedom of choice to do those things.
Oh, sure. But as I said, you can still end it up until the point, depending on where you live, until they're born.
Fair enough. I wouldn't go that route myself. I just, personally, I can't cross that line morally. That's just me. And I don't hold myself in high regard of anyone else who feels opposite of that. It's just how I fucking feel. I think about doing it, and I think about, like, trying to yank your own tooth out. Like, it's like, I can't do it.
Meh.
I know. You're a monster. But I'm not judging.
No, it's just that there's a grey area. There's people that have abortion up until the day of birth are insane. The people say it is always murder are also insane. They are both not really educated on the subject.
Yeah, but it's like murder 95% of the time.
Not really. I mean, the thing is not a viable life form for the vast majority of it. Not even close. I mean, are we talking that when it's literally just a collection of cells that haven't even formed into anything that's remotely shaped, even remotely close to a human?
It's formed a unique set of genetic material.
Sure, but so are eggs and sperm.
I don't like it. Just not a fan of it. You can do it. Go for it. I just don't particularly care for it.
Is it the medical nature of it? Would you prefer the good old coat hanger method? Does that feel more legitimate?
Do you think that I would feel that way?
I don't know, man. I mean, you're a strange guy.
I am strange.
Maybe you think the juice needs to be, needs to have more squeeze. You know, it's like
Hey
when
man,
Meg
no,
was-
no. Leave the juice inside. That's what we. Who's-
Leave the juice inside. Okay, well there are abortion methods where the juice does stay internal. Just depends how soon.
Oh, I see. You're stuck in there. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello.
Dog, shut up.
For nothing.
But yes, my mum isn't home. She's never home at this time. That is literally how it is. 6 days a week.
It's different feeling knowing your sperm can grow into an individual. Well, I know that. We know that. But it's different experiencing it. Seeing it happen.
And do you know your sperm can live for up to 24 hours outside your body?
They're fucking badasses, dude.
No, so if you just had a wank and you're going out, like, leave the TV on or something. You know, they're going to get bored. And I often wondered, do you think they prefer the slow death of just sitting there and dying? Or, like, I don't know, slamming their head against something? So, maybe it's more humane to jizz at a wall.
Sorry, I got distracted by a zombie chasing me. Leave the TV on for the sperm so they can not be bored. What?
Yeah. They can live for like 24 hours outside your body. So they're going to live for a little bit after you release them into the wild. So, you know, you might as well leave them some entertainment. Just for a bit, you know? And inside a womb, they can stay alive for like a couple of months.
Yeah. STE. I thought it was a. I remember hearing the numbers on that when I was in 6th grade. I thought it was like a certain number of days, but it's like more than a week.
Well, they can become attached to the walls of the uterus. Females can actually trap them along like their tubes and things like that. So, and they just sort of get held there alive.
No artificial flavors. Perfect for large families. A flavor you can't refuse.
Jizz.
Nope. Chef Corleone's spaghetti
okay.
and meatballs and tomato sauce.
I was going to say, I'm like, are you sure about this pitch?
No, I made my way up to Green Mountain, and I had left a blue tent up there months ago, and I'd left a can of Corleone's in it. And if somebody would just jump on this server, that tent and that can of Corleone's can be yours.
Dog, shut up.
Oh, I'm tired of your shit. Fuck it. No. I want you. No. Come on.
I do hate
No,
just
fucking hell.
stupid level of excitement that dogs have over nothing. It just irritates me.
Oh boy, I'm bleeding. I'm climbing.
Like,
and
my
I'm
mum
bleeding.
comes home and the thing starts running around, panting and snarling and dribbling. And
That's because it's
God,
happy
it's-
to see her.
God, it's a disgusting animal.
It's disgusting because it's happy to see it's the person it's imprinted on.
No, there's other reasons.
No,
but
those
it's
and those
annoying
reasons
for
are
the-
probably legitimate, but the one you just said is not a reason for that.
But I was just thinking about it, you know, dribbling and drooling and
Oh yeah, well that shit
Ugh.
sucks. Yeah,
God, it's gross.
my
And
mom,
the thing
my-
stinks, and the thing's ugly, and the thing's stupid.
My mom's dog doesn't know how to take a drink and then stop having a drink. It's like she carries the drink with her and dribbles it out as she goes. It's pretty bad.
I hate the thing. I hate dogs.
camo net. I do not hate dogs.
I do. They're one of the worst things to ever happen.
A nice bison you got there.
It's like an evolutionary misstep. I feel like something went wrong. Like we've got to revise. We've got to go back and go. No, something must have gone wrong here to make these. And then, worse than dogs is dog people.
Because they're advocates for the problem.
They all think their dogs are amazing and different. They're not. They're all the fucking same, and they suck. And then they think, oh, there must be something wrong with you to not like my dog. I'm like, no, I'm normal. You're insane.
Maybe. Or maybe they got it all figured out. You're the crazy one.
As they walk along picking up the feces of another animal. Yeah, figured.
I mean, well, if they don't pick it up, someone's going to find them.
Exactly. And that's how much that little thing is manipulating you. It shits where it wants, and you go, oh, it's a turd.
Yeah, show us on the doll where the dog bit you, sir.
The dog's never bitten me. The dog did bite me, it would die.
Depends on how big you were at the time. I don't know, I think 7-year-old Steven could get his ass kicked by the right kind of dog.
A dog did try and bite me once. I told you about this. It was at a sports centre across the road from me, and I punched it. And the owner was like, what'd you do that for? I'm like, because your dog's a disgusting piece of shit, and I don't want it near me.
Is this thing still aggroed on me?
It wasn't a little dog either. It was like, one that was head height with you when it stands on its hind legs.
Cheers.
And as I've said, like, all of the things that make something cute, the dogs have the opposite. It's remarkable.
I'm gonna die. They shouldn't have been still aggroed on me, man. Next time that happens, I'm just gonna relog. That's bullshit.
Well, like when you go to pubs and like they let dogs in, I hate that.
It's a service animal, Steven.
I don't give a fucking shit. It's loud, it's obnoxious, and it's disgusting.
I don't agree with the service animal theory. I'm not saying that there is... See, it's just like everything else, that like a tiny percent of people actually have this issue, and we could acquiesce, but then like 10, 15, 20 other percent of them also try to get in on that action too, and it's like, you don't need this. Why do you have this dog in this bar? Well, because I need it for emotional support. Like, you're in a bar.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, it's like...
I'm gonna die. Wait, hang on, I can do this. Shit!
It's like when you see, like, married couples and clearly one of them's infertile, so they act like their dog is their child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not healthy for you or the dog.
You need to be committed. Like,
fuck.
now.
Fuck. Great. At least I'm still alive. I'm gonna relog real quick because they should definitely de-aggro from there. That is nonsense.
I find it funny that Trevor is scared of clowns.
He's got to be scared of something.
Dude, he's terrified. He hates clowns. Actually, clowns and hippies.
Clowns and hippies.
No, seriously, he hates both things, clowns and hippies. I think
there's this great scene from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas where Dr. Gonzo is flipping out in a casino that's designed like a circus, and he just starts thinking everyone's trying to kill him, and he starts saying shit like clowns are trying to kill me, bisexuals are trying to kill me. Just.
But yeah, he doesn't like clowns or hippies. Well, I like clowns.
Oh, you noticed?
I
You
can't
noticed
agree
that,
with Trevor.
did you, Tara? The snake eater ladder. It wasn't quite long enough, but yeah, it was up there. All right, now I have to nurse myself back to health.
Oh, also another thing. The dog follows my mum around the house like an appendage.
I mean, that's... Oh my god, dude, this is what pack animals do.
I know, but it's too much. But just have some chill. She's only like 20 feet away. But she's in the next room. It's
See,
okay.
I am okay with you feeling that way because you don't like dogs. I've known people who have a dog that loves them so much that that dog will not eat until they come home. Will barely be convinced to go out and pee real quick. Like, just does nothing until they arrive. But also does the same thing. This is bullshit. Hey, my sword's still down here. Alright, so I gotta get my blood back. Oh, still didn't check out the barracks. Hello, Tenty boy. Screw it. I'll put this here. Eventually, someone's gonna join my server. And when they do, they'll eventually make their way to Green Mountain and find a sweet little starter pack. I'm glad it wasn't third-person anxiety. I had to spend 3 minutes looking at Uranus.
What?
I'm confused. Oh, shit, there's a crate. Excuse
There
me.
it goes again, howling like a retard.
Boy, there's a serious problem with trying to build bases first-person only style.
Oh, it also snores like a human.
Alright.
That loud.
Oh, I think I know what he was talking about. Though me climbing the ladder.
Yeah.
Would have been staring at my guy's anus. I think he'd been staring at his shoulder, but, you know, that's okay.
Yeah, it's offset.
Alright, well, visiting here kind of sucked. No.
Yes. No.
Sorry, as soon as I left Green Mountain and started going down the dirt road, I was like, hey, here's a zombie. Like, man, I really would like some casual stroll time. Man, tell you what, if I lived in the area that this is based on, Trinaris, if I happened to live in this area, I would absolutely capitalize on the existence of Daisy and Trinaris. I would advertise tours. I would establish relationships with people who live in areas that are like famous spots in the game, and like work out a deal where people can. I bring.
Are you sure the
guided
landscape is
tours.
accurate enough for that?
Some of it is very, very close. In general, yes. Like to a shocking degree. Like the western apartments in Novo, yeah, it's different and it's much more congested, but those apartments are there. I'm not saying it would be very lucrative. It's not a big game. You know, it's not Fortnite. You know, it's not going to garner that much business. But I bet you could pull it off. You tell people you're going to give them guided tours, and you make a connection with people who have like, this guy owns this green two-story that's normally overlooking this valley, and there's a house actually there, and he'll let you hang out, you know, in there. Or you could say you spent some time in an apartment in Cherno because he makes connections with a guy who's got a nice balcony in Cherno, and everybody gets to come in, have a drink, and hang out on the apartment and pretend they're, you know, snipers. You know, obviously not literally, of course. Don't want the policia to be called. Have I or Steven played Stalker games? I actually have had Stalker 2 downloaded ever since I downloaded Indiana Jones, because of the Game Pass thing, but I have not actually tried to play it. I do technically own Call of Pripyat, and I started it, but I gave up rather quickly, but maybe that's just because it was a bit rough around the edges. I don't know.
What percentage of the games that you buy do you actually play?
Hey man, let's not start breaking down my numbers here, okay?
I mean, there's multiple games that I know that you bought new, and like you haven't touched them until like 3 years later.
It's kind of how I do it, man.
Because you're weird.
Someday I'll watch Game of Thrones, but today is not that day. I'm an out of date dude who likes what he likes. Sometimes I'll discover something new. Like, dude, yeah, you gotta understand. When I discovered the Angry Video Game Nerd, it was 2015. The ship had sailed. I didn't even know yet, but the ship had already sailed.
Yeah, you do like sailed chips.
I am yeah. Case in point, right? Jesus Christ.
You have a real thing for sailed ships.
Yeah. It's like I want to comfort sinking ships on the way down. Like, here's a blanket. It's soaking wet, but it's there. I really should be heading for a town first. I need to get some food and drink in me. Yeah, let's head to Vybor Town. Skip past the military. Late to the party? Yeah, I'm always late to the party. Except in real life. In real life, I like to be, well, not the first to the party. I'm a big fan of being, if I like who I'm hanging. This is one of the things that we were arguing, without going too much into detail live on stream, Steven. This is one of the things that she called me out for it, but I didn't get a chance to really respond to it because it was just blurted out in the midst of other shit we were arguing about. But like, I was told that I know you like to be the last one at the party, It's like, we'd never discussed this. It's not really a thing. I just, if I'm enjoying myself with my people, I want to hang out with my people. So in terms of real life parties,
just forget about her. She's a bitch.
I am. Not the point. Well, forget is a strong word. I'm not gonna forget that one.
Dismiss.
I am. It just came to me.
Like, so, because when did the first Tomb Raider game come out? 1990.
7. Wait, no, 96. Tomb Raider 1.
Yeah, I thought it was 96. So we're talking, you know, that's 29 years ago.
Sure.
So technically it was 28 years ago last year when the remasters first came out. So that means, you know, in 27 years time from now, you'll play the remasters.
Well, I've never beat
like that,
any of the Tomb Raider games, and I've only ever played intensely the second one. And even that one, once we get to the underwater section, I just like, yeah, fuck this game. Good morning, Volker. Volker, sorry, I didn't mean to put a gur on your name.
Looks better, runs better, handles better, is better.
We talking about a woman or a car?
A game. I know you'd be weird though and play the tank controls because it's just, again, you.
I would be willing to give the newer controls a shot.
They're better, that you have more precise control. This is what it is. All the tank controls do is force you to be slower at everything you do, and not in a good way. So, I want to turn around now. Turn really slowly. Oh, I've turned too far. Oh, turn back. Oh, too far. Oh, there we go. Lined up. That's essentially playing on the original controls.
Well, I mean,
we moved away from tank controls.
I know it's just that I was introduced to them when I was like 12.
Yeah, and I played that game on tank controls when I was a really young kid as well. And I could tell then these are terrible.
No, it is different when you're like when you played them. There were better examples that already existed.
To be fair, they were better examples even when it came out. Like, we had things that had proper third-person controls. The cameras were fucked.
Name it.
But they weren't... Okay, well, I was thinking... What year was it again? It was
96.
Actually, no, you played the second one, technically.
Yes.
Did you actually play the original when it came out?
Nope, I didn't know it existed until Tomb Raider 2. Yeah.
Because what I was thinking of, like, I know Ocarina of Time had terrible camera controls, but the way the analog stick moved Link around was actually relatively modern. In terms of, he doesn't turn on the spot and then go forward. It's a 3D control. It's fully 3D rotational controls. That was the first one I was thinking of.
Gotcha.
I don't know about Mario 64.
God awful. I don't understand why people love that game so much. Honestly, I see it as more as a tech demo. I found you coming from Super Mario World to that, I was incredibly disappointed because the as the makers of Mario would say, athletic feel was gone. Alright, so there's a military convoy here, I think, which means there might actually be some good fucking loot, so I have to deal with this. I see an M4 right there. Shit. M16A2. Okay, I can't put it in my backpack. Is it worth it? Is it worth more than an AK-101 that's badly damaged? I'm gonna say no. Although the damaged versus badly damaged. An Abrams tank can do 50 miles per hour.
It can do more, actually. Depending on which model you're talking about. Why?
Because he mentioned it.
Yeah, it depends. The newer ones are actually a bit slower because they're heavier. So like the M1A2, I think is a top speed of about 42 miles an hour because they weigh so much. But the older ones could go faster. I think the modern ones might even struggle to get to. I don't think any of the modern ones would even get to 50.
Fuck. I can't do this.
Oh, dog, shut up.
Okay, I'm not bleeding. They're asleep. Everything's okay. He had a box 45 on him. Which means if I want to, I can cherry pick these headshots and just clear this convoy and see what's here. But I really, really need some food and drink before it starts to go bad. Those Tomb Raider games that came out on Xbox some years ago, I only beat 2 of the 3 games. You mean the newest ones?
Yeah, no, we're not talking about those. Those are these were the Survivor ones, I'm sure.
Yeah, the newest ones.
I think. They were legitimately awful. They just don't capture what Tomb Raider. Like, I hate those games.
Shit.
I've played 2 of them. The first one's like, okay, and the last one's like,
nope, not.
There's so obviously it being Tomb Raider, it gives you an option to equip Lara's iconic outfit. But in the most recent Tomb Raider, you can't wear it for the majority of the game. Because you have to wear this like tribal thing to blend in with all the other people in the tribe, so they don't realize you're someone else. That would work if you want, like a foot shorter than everyone else, pale white, and had a British accent. I'm sure at some point they're gonna like go, yeah, you know that woman who we've only just, literally seen an hour ago? Yeah, she looks a lot different to everyone else. Do you think she's like an intruder? Nah. Why not? Well, look what she's dressed. Yeah, you're right. And of course, they take her from a Tomb Raider to a seeker of truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's some bullshit, eh?
I'm not interested in that at all. Like, go fuck yourself.
Really got myself into a pickle here, eh? Why does it still show the bleeding thing? Oh, shit.
You also had the ones that came out in the early 2000s. They weren't very good. Those weren't proper Tomb Raider games. They're too linear in their level design.
No, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on. Shitty. Four left. Oh. Forget where you were, sweetheart? You got any food on you? The latter versions of Tomb Raider are trying to be Uncharted games, and no character development game was pretty butt. Well, my issue is that I don't mind a Lara Croft origin story. I don't mind her being a little bit soft when you first meet her. But Lara Croft is basically Indiana Jones crossed with James Bond with a vagina. And I don't think the modern ones tried to do that at all. And for God's sake, let's try to check out this convoy before we die. Then head into town. No, I know I saw some kind of rifle in the back of that truck. PKM ammo. Sorry, box. Trade our pants out.
Right back in the you bitch.
Yes, sir. I'll be here. He only calls me a bitch because he loves me. Get some molly pouches. Now let's get this rifle out of the back of this truck if we can. What is this anyway? Come on. Okay. It's a scout rifle. Let's get the fuck out of here. Find some damn food. Ooh, apple tree. What do you got?
I think I said this before, but I actually don't care for the origin story of characters. I really don't. I just think it doesn't really matter that much. You just have the character be however you want the character to be, and have that character be a good character, then it doesn't really matter.
Origin stories can be nice, they don't have to be Jesus. way to the town. It's a very good, concise origin story, Tara.
What is that?
My dad and mom got drunk and fucked each other.
And that's as much as an origin story needs to be. I think that's basically, if you do most of your character building in terms of their backstory and origin story outside of the game, then quite frankly you were just lazy. Just do it in the game, and he doesn't need to go further than, so why is this character like she is? Because she is, and that's it. Well, cool, excellent. I care more about the events of the game than why she is like she is. She's not a real person. It's really fucking weird. So, well, why is she like she is? Well, there's actually no reason. We just wrote her like that, and we'd have to just invent an origin story to fit how she acts. So it's pointless. So she is like she is because we thought she'd be a cool character. There you go. Problem solved.
I think it depends on the story, depends on the character.
It's like, oh, she has daddy issues. Great. That's an insult to even call the Lara from the games from the 90s and the Lara from the games from the 20 teens. It's an insult to call them the same character because they're not. They share nothing in common but a name.
Hairstyle?
No, I don't share a hairstyle. She's got a ponytail. At least not in the same style. Because Lara's ponytail was actually kind of like braided. Hers is just a loose mess.
Do I owe Captain Morgan's spice rum for my existence?
Oh, I've got some of that next to me. So you're telling me that this right here is why you exist? Fair enough.
We all have to have our catalyst.
I'll never be able to drink that stuff the same again.
Come on, give me some more apples. Need some in me. Gotta get my blood and my health back so I can stop seeing in black and white. In fact, I'd love to hear a deer or a cow nearby, so then I could go cook something. But yeah, it wouldn't hurt you to send Captain Morgan a thank you card. You know? Just saying.
I bet Crystal Dynamics are so angry about how well the remasters have done.
Well, not all of them. Certain people in the company who would rather like, huh? See, the old shit doesn't sell. Like, the old shit's the only thing that is selling. Fuck. Except it wouldn't sound like that. It would be like, you see, I like totally told you that people don't like that racist shit anymore.
But they do. People love a good bit of racism.
I think everybody likes a little sprinkling every once in a while in the right flavor.
Yeah. Hey, it's
If it's funny, people like racism, but only if it's funny. And it also depends on the guy delivering the joke.
Yeah, one of the main rules is you can't love Hitler.
Yeah, you can't love him. You're not allowed to love Hitler. That's not true.
No, you are. It's just not a good play.
As a Christian, I cannot truly. I have to love all his children.
So all Christians love Hitler.
And everybody else. We run the gambit.
So all Christians love Hitler.
And prostitutes. And Martin Luther King. And Malcolm X. And George Washington.
And Satan.
Marilyn Monroe. And Joe DiMaggio. And he's not a person.
Isn't he?
He was an angel. He was never a human.
Are angels not kind of humans?
They are humanoid. Allegedly. Allegedly. I don't know if angels... I have to assume they do, but... That's not what the book's talking about. I don't have to love angels.
I kind of thought this wasn't well thought through.
I don't have to love angels. But I have to love my neighbor.
What if your neighbor's an angel?
Boy, I'm glad this clutch of apple trees was on the way to Vybor. Saved me the trouble.
But what if your neighbor's an angel?
Actually, I'm just gonna sit here.
You must love thy neighbor. What if your neighbor is an angel?
Then... touche.
Exactly. I mean, I still think this was well thought through.
I'm gonna sit here for a second, just let my health regenerate a little bit. I got very little blood, and I'm about to walk into Vybor like I own the place.
Don't worry, there's no one there.
Fuck you. I'm
not wrong.
I'm gonna get smacked around by zombies.
You could just kill them first.
Hang on. Yeah, see, there's no other players. There could be someone in here trying to stream snipe me. It would be nice if there was somebody in trying to stream snipe me. God, I wish somebody would come try to stream snipe me. It's like, look, somebody's in our server.
You want someone to come and break the rules.
I'm not in the safe zone. What rule?
Stream sniping. Surely there has to be a rule against that. That's scumbaggy as fuck.
If I invite it, it's not scumbaggy.
So now you're inviting people to come and stream snipe you.
I just want people to come.
You just want me to come and kill you? Is that what it is?
No, because I know you'll use admin powers and it's not the same.
I wouldn't use admin powers.
So you'd walk all the way here and kill me.
Well, I just get the right spawn and run up there as quick as I can.
And you wouldn't use any admin powers?
No.
I find that I'm a bit dubious.
Well, you can remain as duped as you want.
I just don't see you taking the time.
Oh, right now, no, but you want me to.
Can you imagine if I actually sent an email to whoever owns Captain Morgan Rum saying thanks for the memories? If it wasn't for you intoxicating beverage, my mom and dad wouldn't have the roly-poly. No, don't send them an email, bro. You mail that shit. You send it as a card. Out of your mind?
Yeah, you might even get some free bottles.
You might actually get a free bottle out of that, seriously. I'm gonna relog real quick because I got blood on my screen that should have been gone by now. Yeah, Hallmark card, seriously. Maybe even with a gift card to Bed Bath & Beyond.
I mean, I know I wasn't the result of alcohol because I don't actually think I've even ever seen my mum drink.
Your dad, on the other hand.
He used to drink a lot. He stopped some point in the mid to late 90s. So in his late 30s. Yeah, my parents are old as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Well,
my dad's like 658 years old.
They had you when they were deep in their 30s, right?
Yeah. My mum was 36, my dad was 38.
My mom was 17 and my dad was 18. Well, that was when they had my brother. I came a year and a half later.
You're gonna have lamb.
I believe so. If memory serves, half the time he's a year older than me, and the other half the time he's 2 years older than me. Alright, you just... Actually, yeah, you lay down.
Pick your ring.
Alright,
Started reading advertisement from GTA.
See, it's moments like this I wish I could go third person.
Will then enable it.
You know what? Okay. I'm letting my guy regenerate health. So, oh shit, that was an accident. Alright, so... Since I'm just laying here regening health...
Speed. Speed. Speed.
There. My boy's taking a nap. Ugh. Gotta get at least a little color back.
Boy, surely you'd like to add some noir.
I've had enough noir. I've been
You
black
can
and
never have enough noir.
I've been black and white since Green Mountain. I'd like to get some color. Oh, excuse me.
But Daisy Noir. I hate that word, noir. 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 It just sounds wrong. It's a word. Noir.
It doesn't...
Noir. Noir.
It feels
Noir.
weird that it can all be boiled down to black and white.
Yeah, but instead we gotta say a word like noir.
I mean, that's obviously inaccurate. You know, this goes deeper than that. There's plenty of black and white cowboy movies. They're not noir.
Oh, they're noir as fuck. They're country noir.
Country noir.
Yeah, country noir.
Yeah, man, that's country noir.
Yeah, man. I think you confused the fuck out of someone from the country if you said noir.
What the fuck is country noir?
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'd be like, you gay or something? I don't know.
Steven hates noir because it's French, says Tara.
No, I hate it because it's miserable. Like, too miserable.
Like the heavy rain in that game called Heavy Rain.
I know, a good example of making things like... I know noir is meant to be like black and white, but... If you want to talk about, like, sapping colour out of things, look at the Harry Potter films in the mid-2000s. Wait, I remember watching that, I go, well, I think it's in colour.
Yeah, it was really grey the little bit I saw.
Like, I think it's in colour.
Yeah, I only watched the first, like, 3.
Yeah, and the third one you are like, what the f...
Mm-hmm.
Because the first two are quite, like, have quite a warm colour palette.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one, it's like, what happened? Why did your colour palette go from, you know, the full range of colours to 2? And they're like, oh, it's to make it visually more dark. I'm like, well, you can do that in better ways than just making it darker. Like...
Yeah. I saw those first 3, and I saw a bit from one of the later movies. I don't know which one it is. I assume it's the last one, where the only bit I know that Harry and Ron and Hermione were basically like almost in hiding or something. Like they were out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and it was just so fucking gray, dude.
That was Deathly Hallows was miserable.
But I think it's deliberate though.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's supposed to get more like depressing as it goes on. But the thing is that it gets visually uninteresting as it goes on because of its lack of color.
Yeah.
And it's not like it gets just really grey at the end. It's grey for like 6 movies. Like, so are we gonna like slowly build this? Like, no, we're just gonna take all the color and throw it in the bin. But we did get some funny moments, like, Harry, did you put your name into the Goblet of Fire? Dumbledore asked calmly, and then it cuts to the film.
Dude is gonna blow a brain cell when he sees sepia.
Sort of sepia tone, yeah. Well, that was their attempt to add colour. So, you know, but, you know, it's like, well, rather than black or white, we're going to have shades of brown. Like, And then video games in the mid-2000s saw that and went, that's hot shit.
I was vaping, you fuck.
That's actually what they did. They just all fucking sepia tone shit. I'm like, you know what? No one's saying it, but I think it's time to bring that back, don't you? No, not really. Well, we're doing it. Great. Actually, it was really around like 2012, 2013 when that started to die. Or that died, probably. Because you can tell, because obviously GTA 4 is fantastically brown.
Yeah.
Whereas GTA 5 has loads of colour.
Yeah.
And Battlefield just never really got it. They could never get the right colour. It was blue.
Yeah, Battlefield 3 is blue. Well, it's actually interesting.
Everyone else is brown, we're going blue.
It's interesting to see the Venice Unleashed mod where they
when it gets removed.
Yeah, they remove the blue filter, and
it looks a lot better.
It looks like Battlefield 4 almost. It just the textures are a little bit off,
and the geometry's worse. It's just oh god, it's so blue.
It's weird not realizing it. I remember the first time someone pointed it out. I was like, "What are you talking about? I don't get it." And then I realized,
yeah, you're like, "This is oppressively blue."
Yeah, it's very, very blue, shockingly blue.
And also, you have the blur because the suppression blur in that game was really bad.
It was. I mean. I think
it was excessive.
I think 4's was reasonable. It toned it down. Yeah, 3's just like, you're getting shot at, go blind. I was on the Xbox store last night, and that new Harry Potter game is 75% off. I bought it.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, Leafroy actually gifted me Hogwarts Legacy back when I was on a computer that I didn't think could run it.
It's not very good.
He said it was good.
That's Leafroy.
He's a very positive person.
Have you heard his sound setup?
It's good.
He thought that was adequate. It's nothing like hearing him 17 times in low quality. Like, yeah, great. Like, what, were you just hoping that enough of you and it would power through? Then when he started singing while drunk, oh god.
I apologize for... I knew I should have known that wasn't really gonna be your scene.
A good idea, yeah,
well,
really.
Not your scene.
Not my scene, really.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, come on, Steven, sing with me." And I'm sitting there thinking, like, you know me.
You don't know me at all.
But no.
Oh, good. My blood went yellow. Should have some more color fade in. Not my blood. Not that my blood actually went yellow. It was actually red a second ago, which is a bad thing. White is good. What do you think, Tara? You think I should play the Hogwarts game?
Here's the problem with it.
Yeah.
Because it's set like so far in the past, like it's before the time.
It's the KOTOR of Hogwarts.
It's kind of, I don't know, it just lacks something. I don't know. And I've played it. The gameplay gets a bit repetitive.
Doesn't all gameplay get a bit repetitive by
No,
design?
this one to an extreme. It's very formulaic.
You have to eat 4 apples to fondle a tree for 30 seconds. Oh shit, I'm full. I'm full. I can't. Okay, I'll just store these. Alright. Come on, let's get some color back. Oh, I already searched. Oh, no, I got my gun in my hand, that's why. And yes, it is fun to fondle apple trees.
Only he thinks that. This is not one of his neuroses.
Yeah. And pear trees. See, here's a pear tree. I don't discriminate.
Oh, look at you. You're sick, man.
Not for this, I'm not. This is just a goof.
It's a goof now. But in 6 months' time. Is that what I want? No, I want to find a good getaway vehicle to steal, drive around. I want a big SUV that I can put loads of armor in and won't get knocked off the road.
Don't know if we can get you that.
I can. I should drive around till I see one because there's not one for sale. I could do a pickup truck, but they're a bit unstable. No, you're a Hummer. You're a bit gay. Hummers are the people that don't know when to say enough. That's why we can't use my car as a getaway vehicle. Sure, it's only got 2 seats, but, you know, just strap someone in like a cart on the back and, you know. It's the worst that could happen. Nah, it's 2 seats. I love how you can tell how new a pickup truck is based on the cabin space versus bed space. And the newer they are, the less bed space.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people who buy pickup trucks actually just want a car.
I miss
Nowadays.
what pickup trucks used to be.
What, a utility vehicle?
Yeah. I miss because of emissions and EPA rules and weird tax situations, we don't get those tiny pickup trucks that the rest of the world can still have. Not since like the early 90s. Ever since then, the EPA standards released that forced the manufacturers, instead of, you know, trying to make something that basically they had to make the trucks bigger in order to pass the emission. Like, because now it's classified as this larger thing and can therefore have this much torque or what have you. And it's a silly, they made a silly rule, the manufacturers found a way around it, and as a result, I don't get to have the modern equivalent of a Mitsubishi Mighty Max.
The funny one is in Europe with those our emission rules, the amount of times Italian supercar manufacturers have just lied. Just like, we need to emission numbers. They need to be high or low. Low.
Yeah,
1.
like,
And then cool. Yeah, we passed again.
yeah, like the little Japanese trucks. I'd love to have like whatever the modern equivalent of a little Datsun is.
Are you telling me you don't always want all of your vehicles to weigh 6,000 pounds?
Not me personally, no.
You know, that's just very un-American.
It is, allegedly.
I thought that was like the point of American cars, is they all weigh like more than the sun. While having like the horsepower of a family hatchback.
No, our... shit, already.
That is the thing with like American cars from the 80s and 90s and stuff. Like just they'd have like 7-liter engines and have like 150 brake horsepower, and you just sit there and just think, how? So that takes effort to get that little horsepower out of such a big engine. But that's not easy.
Shit, I'm out of bandages. I'm about to die in this space.
Oh no.
Please tell me there's something here I can rip up.
Also, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but the petrol you get in America is actually weaker than the petrol we get in the UK. Because if you take American cars and bring them over to England, they develop more horsepower. Because our petrol is a higher, it's richer basically. Did you die yet?
No, not yet. But I will soon. I have 2 cuts. My blood is flashing.
If you can stop yourself bleeding, you'll just pass out.
Yeah, but I'll just keep repeatedly passing out. 3 cuts. There we go. Isn't the Toyota one the new ISIS mobile? Yeah, but the Toyota Hilux with a 50 cal on the back of it is synonymous with rebellion as much as the AK-47 is. Which is funny because the AK comes from the communists. There he goes.
Well, they had some rebellions. They just would rebel into communism. You know, as you do.
Oh, good. Color. And I just so happen to know that there's something back here worth looking at. I thought there was a pickup truck down here. Oh, lag. Damn. Nope, I guess not. You get taxed out your ass for owning a U.S. or Japanese car.
Where? What, in the UK?
I think he means in the UK, yeah.
I'm not aware.
Well, yeah, there's like... It's just like, you know, BMWs are cheaper in Germany than they are in America.
The main way that BMWs are expensive is replacing shit.
Well, the problem is it's the cost of bringing the vehicle over here in the first place, but then there's, you know, whatever tariffs happen to be in place.
The British automotive industry has been dead for a long time.
That's a shame.
Like, for a very long time.
You guys still make those cabs, though, right?
They're probably made in Germany.
Oh,
Like,
that
Mini is
sucks.
owned by BMW. I mean, it's all the, you know, it's all the fucking consolidation of everything. You know, it's like how many companies are actually owned by GM.
A shitload.
And so, like, really, they're using very similar parts between all of them. So it's actually quite funny. So the indicator lights, I think it's indicator lights or something like that, on a Lamborghini Murcielago or Gallardo, either one, are actually straight from a Ford Focus. And if you buy them from Ford, they're like less than £20. If you buy them from Lamborghini, they're like 500. They are completely interchangeable. They even have the Ford logo on them.
That's just silly.
And that's how supply and demand is actually a fucking lie. Because like that's the same thing, but because you put it on a more rare item, all of a sudden it's worth more.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The Morris cabs, if that's what those are called.
Yeah, the London cabs. Yeah.
I couldn't remember what they were called. That's the thing. I currently have the server set so that the characters spawn in with basically full health, food, and drink. So they don't even have to think about food and drink when they first jump in the server. And I want to change that back to make it a little less forgiving. But as a result, I can book all the way up there to Vybor and avenge my... Oh, I thought that was pants.
Oh god, I always hate this cop chase you have to do. It's so annoying. You have to get a garbage truck for a heist, and of course it's very slow, and the police chase you. And it's just annoying. Speed up, you slow sack of shit.
Elon Musk said if you don't drive a Tesla, you're a wanker. Did he say that?
Okay, well, Elon Musk's a fucking lying hypocrite and a piece of shit. So he's literally nothing but a lying fraud, so he can go kill himself.
Well, he also might have just been fucking talking shit.
The man has a track record of saying outlandish thing, people clapping and then never achieving a said outlandish thing. Like, do you want to go? You should go and look at what his Hyperloop that he promised currently looks like. That he's been saying is going to be ready next year for 10 years. The man is a massive liar.
Nah.
Yeah, he is. He's a massive talentless liar.
Nah, he's the greatest.
He has literally zero competence by himself. He has none.
He helped create PayPal, dude.
Wow.
He's not completely incompetent.
Wow, he helped create a very basic method of paying things. Ooh.
Well, he also managed to get
Probably
it.
wasn't even his idea.
Yeah, I mean, I made this nice server here. Nobody's on it. He had to market it. He had to get the companies to use it.
Yeah, that's easy when you've got billions that already existed.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did. I don't know how much of his wealth is actually generated individually by him.
He got most of his wealth from selling his assets, his stake in PayPal.
But the reality is that he is mostly just a liar.
Eh.
So Tesla hasn't delivered. Tesla's failing. That is a fact. Tesla is falling apart as a company. To the point where Elon Musk is looking to. Elon Musk needed something like a multi-billion-dollar guarantee, otherwise he was going to pull out all of his stock. Even though he said that his money would be the last to go, so he lied on that. You then have the fact that SpaceX hasn't actually delivered anything close to what it said it would. Like not even the same ballpark. They were even talking about flying people, at a certain speed to certain places in space, which is
We're both
from
right.
their testing,
Thank you, Tara.
physically impossible because you'd cook the person in it. So,
Look, I don't have...
and it's self-driving cars that apparently have been ready for 20 years but still aren't ready.
Dude, I will never want your self-driving car. And I was interested in Teslas until I realized just how much they're paying attention to me and how much control they have over it remotely. And it's like, yeah, I don't want that.
And how terrible they are as cars.
Ah,
And their propensity for, bursting into flames, which they still do.
see, I don't have a problem with the electric part. Like, for the right car, like for instance, if I had like a VW Beetle, I'd consider swapping it out for an electric. Because it's the type of vehicle that works for that. But I just don't like the monitoring thing. And I want cameras on my car. I love the idea of cameras on my car. I just don't like them being broadcast to some company rather than just recording for me. A company that has the ability to take control of my car and drive me to jail. Or drive me into a concrete wall.
Basically, if you look at Elon Musk's career, it has a very, very, very obvious sort of what's the correct word? There's an obvious routine there, which is that he has some sort of like press conference fucking demonstration thing. He says outlandish stuff. Idiots clap and believe it. They then buy into all that stuff. Like there was a I don't know what exactly kind of Tesla it was. Was it a Tesla? It was a type of Tesla Roadster that was supposed to be a like, really high performance model. No, they haven't made any.
Oh, they made them.
No. This is not that same. This is a different model then, because they asked people to prepay it a certain amount, and it's something like 8 years overdue, and they still haven't given people their money back, and it still isn't out.
When those Thai boys stuck in the cave, Elon wanted the rescuers to use Tesla stuff, and they said no, so Elon called the rescuers pedophiles.
Yeah, he's a disgusting man, he's a liar, and he's an idiot.
I'm pretty disgusting myself, and I've definitely lied a couple times in my life.
Oh yeah, cool, but you're not making large-scale multi-billion-dollar lies that are essentially taking people's money. Very different standards to be held to.
Fair enough.
He's
But
actually lying about products.
when you have that much money, you can get away with it.
That's not an excuse.
So I'm just saying.
But it's not an excuse. He definitely shouldn't be having anything to do with your government. That is weird. The man's got a massive track record of nothing but lies.
Not nothing but lies.
Not a single thing he has promised in his products have actually been fully delivered. In fact, often they are missed out by factors of thousands.
Nothing.
No, these cars don't do the range they say, he says. They're not delivered ever on time. SpaceX hasn't formed like it's supposed to be. The Hyperloop doesn't exist. There was another one where it was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if there was some underground tunnel you could drive through under all these major cities at like 150 miles an hour? Oh, it'll be ready by X. It'll only cost $1. Still doesn't exist.
Technically, it does exist.
Oh, what do you mean in that really, really, really short run that it's pretty much only empty cars drive down? Because I've seen videos of it, and it literally goes like across the Las Vegas Strip or something.
Yeah, it's I can't remember some airport.
You're not having that as a technically. No, that's bullshit. That's not what he said. It's nonsense.
That was close. In all fairness, who has ever delivered on their promise?
That doesn't give you an excuse.
Hey man, Chapter 18's coming out soon. It is, I swear. I mean, he delivered the fucking Cybertruck.
Wow, truck.
You said he didn't do anything. I said something, and you're like, wow. Like,
and also, as far as what I can have seen from it, it actually doesn't live up to the original specifications that were specified.
What specs were you talking about, man?
Okay, so it's not as fast as it was stated. It doesn't do the range that was stated. I'm pretty sure it's more expensive than was stated, and I'm pretty sure it was also delayed.
A little.
So this is what I mean. Like,
I
he can never actually deliver anything.
Deliver late. I would be a hypocrite not to.
Right, but he's delivered late on that, and then there's other areas where he's just flat out lied for year after year after year after year. He was saying self-driving cars were ready as early as like 2013 or something. He's been saying that since then. That's 12 fucking years. It's like, dude, the guy is a flat out liar. He just uses cheap marketing tricks to try and get people to buy into his nonsense. That's all he's done for years. And idiots lap it up.
I think the hair plugs got to him. He got cocky.
No, he's just at his core a liar. Because this is very, again, this is an American thing. You really like.
I remember that, Tara.
You really like confident stupidity. Your country falls for confident idiots.
As a guy with Donald Trump and Elon Musk at the helm right now, I don't understand what you're talking about.
You really do fall for confident idiots. That's the US loves them. You love a confident idiot.
I think you guys like them too.
You adore them.
You guys like them too.
You adore a confident idiot.
You guys love a confident idiot too. Don't fucking bullshit me.
Not confident, confident.
That's what I said.
Okay, we said competent idiot. I say because Elon Musk is certainly not competent. Even his buying Twitter, he did it at why didn't you do it before the COVID propaganda shit was on there? Same with Trump. He says, oh, I'm against the state, blah, 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 but yet you were pushing all the COVID propaganda and the vaccine. Okay.
I gotta check out that PD. I want something that goes bang.
And the fact that he's involved in that, it's like one step closer to a corporate dictatorship, I guess.
Well, Elon is not. He does not work. I guess technically he works for the government.
Yeah. So there's vested interests back and forth there as well, obviously.
Technically now he works for the government. Ah, you sons of bitches. Up the fence.
It's like the shit with the UFC or TKO, where they're going to try and use their ties to government to try and push as hard as they can to repeal the RD Act. It's shit like this why corporations and businessmen should never speak to the government. They should be quiet until the government speaks to them. Because otherwise you just get blatant corruption, which is what's going to happen.
I do worry about that. I do believe that alongside some of those corrupt things that are probably going to happen, there will be some good things happen. For instance, he's going to open up our fucking oil again, and then our goods across the board will be cheaper just because it's cheaper to move them.
Well, you assume they will be cheaper.
They're supposed to be.
Yeah, corporate greed will not allow it to be cheaper. What they'll do is they'll keep the prices the same and make more on their bottom line. That's what will actually happen.
This guy doesn't give up. Shit. Fine, I'll fight you. Shit. Oh, I thought that was another one coming out of the woods. Where is the US Vice President? All you see is Trump and Elon. I was about to say Starlink earlier, but I didn't want to ruffle his petticoats too hard. Starlink.
So what did Starlink initially promise?
Starlink promised decent internet for rural spaces, and has delivered on that. My buddy Alex has Starlink, and he has had so much trouble getting internet out in the boons where he lives.
Oh, I'm sure it can be used in certain areas, but what we got to look at is what specifically was promised.
He was never. It was
delivered.
never promised as a thing for people in the city or anything like that. It's specifically like it's for the whole world to be able to have decent internet across the board. But you might want to just go with a regular cable internet or what have you, if you live in the city.
But let's say he did deliver that. That still doesn't outweigh the.
He delivered it
being a lie. The thing under the.
He delivered it
being a lie.
using that thing. SpaceX that you said is a failure.
Well, SpaceX is a failure based on what it's told. It said it was going to deliver. Its whole remit was that we are going to be able to do essentially what a space shuttle does, only quickly, more efficiently, and for less cost. Currently, it's still more expensive and by quite a wide margin. The reusable components stuff doesn't really work very well, and the actual technology involved isn't actually improving that much to the point where it's actually not more efficient than just the rockets we used before.
They're working on it.
And then they're talking about like, oh, soon we want to start trying to put humans up in the cargo areas of these rockets. The insides of what they're talking about putting people in, we're talking these places heat to like almost a melting point of steel. Like you'd be a crisp.
Ah, speaking of crisps,
It's just outlandish claim, nowhere near delivery. It's the Elon cycle.
first of all, yes, Stephen is quite the British cynic. It's one of my favorite things about him. And second of all, what's this story about Elon and the female stewardess? chopper crash over there. I'm gonna go check it out. Says, I get where Steven's coming from. The dude, the Elon musky ball smell is a twat, but his companies are not him.
But I'm not talking about just his companies, I'm talking about him himself. He is the one at these like demonstrations talking. He's the one making the claim. He's the one propagating what is being said. So, and he's heavily tied into that. And he tends to take a lot of the credit and further for it, even when what he says is, you know, a blatant lie, and never gets delivered upon, and it just kind of gets swept under the rug, and he remains this like almost Nikola Tesla sort of figure who apparently is an absolute genius, but somehow everything he says is usually wrong. Like, at this point, if you look at his like comparison between claims made and claims backed up, he probably backs up less than 10%. But probably way less. I mean, even the so I remember looking at the Hyperloop. I think it's that, yeah, the paper that he wrote on it and the designs of it, and it's a total joke. Like, the shit in it wouldn't. If you were working in engineering and you did a basic technical drawing class, you'd be kicked out of there, and the teacher would laugh at you. Right? You're like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is nonsense. Like, even the idea of it was asinine. Like, a train, because he went from cushion of air to magnets. Right? I mean, so we're talking a massive, a huge amount of mass moving at hundreds of miles an hour, with different weight distributions, obviously, because it's not going to be perfectly even. It can't be. On a cushion of air. If that thing goes slightly askew, everyone in it's going to die.
Well,
and also they did have those miniature test things, and that is precisely what happened.
people died?
No, as in, like, if there was the slightest little mistake, the thing would essentially just fly off the rails and destroy itself. And they found that happen pretty much every single time. Hence why the idea essentially got totally canned. Because it was a complete... Number one, it wasn't even his idea. It was something that was posited literally over 100 years ago, like ages and ages and ages ago. So it wasn't even his idea, even though he tried to put it across as his original idea, which it wasn't. And then the way he tried to say he was going to do it is literally impossible. And he tried to act like it was extremely simple and easy, but it wasn't, because no one had ever done it before, because engineers that knew what they were talking about knew it wasn't possible. So he appeals to the ignorance of people who don't know much about the subject by basically talking in a very confident way, And the fact that he knows so little doesn't matter because the people he's talking to and appealing to also know nothing about the subject. You know, if you talk confidently to the average person about quantum physics, they're going to believe you. But what you're saying to them could be entirely wrong. They're not going to know.
Come on, baby, give me something good. No. Fuck. Oh, okay, so they're stuck in there. Drop this shit. See if I can try to get one of these guys. I got less than 10 minutes to work before the server restarts. Come on. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Not good. Is that another one? No, that's a civilian one. Okay. This is a terrible idea. Damn. That didn't work out like I hoped. HS2 Japanese figured out hypertrains in the 90s.
Oh, here's what I tried to find. This is about Elon as well. So, this man has actually been caught lying about his own prowess in video games.
Oh yeah,
he claimed to be one of the best Quake players in the world, not even close, and he claimed to be one of the fastest speedrunners in the world. Total lie.
That's actually, there's more recent history on that.
I know.
Path of Exile?
Something like that, I don't know.
He banned Asmongold for pointing out that it was bullshit.
Yeah. Said the man is a petty, insecure little retard. That's what he is. He's not a genius, he's a moron. It's just that a well-funded, confident moron can look like a genius to the average person.
Find the damn baseball bat.
He claimed to be top 20 in the world in Diablo. Never.
Fine, fuck this.
Because yeah, he said way back in the day he was one of the world's best Quake players. We can know that's a lie because the competitive history of Quake is very well recorded. Like, we would know. And he never comes up. So it's a physical impossibility.
Who would want to be the best at Diablo 4?
But honestly, the man makes Hulk Hogan look like the paragon of truth. Because at least Elvis Presley existed. The shit that he says, like, there's no foundation in reality. For instance, when Hulk Hogan says, I basically time traveled and worked more days than existed in a year because I was on a plane. At least time is a thing, as a concept. But,
Got less than 5 minutes to run over here and check out this helicopter and try not to die.
it's also impossible for him at his age to be the best in the world at any game. It's not feasible. In most competitive games, you are washed up by the time you're like 32. But you are done. Oops.
Come on, man, I ain't got time. They're unconscious, damn it. Come on. They aren't supposed to spawn in the chopper. Two minutes. Yeah. There we go. Come on. Little shoulder holster. Ooh, night vision. And a locker kit. Pair of ghillie pants. Fuck it, only slightly less storage than a pair of jeans. And give me that green hat. Bam. Oh shit, my original two foes. There's actually another chopper crash just over that way. See the smoke, but there's no fucking way I'm getting there in time. Now I just have to run away from these guys for a minute. Oh, there's a fox! There's a fox! Where is he? I heard him! Foxy! Foxy! There he is! Hey, buddy! You gotta get out of here, man! Zombie's gonna get you! Sorry I scared you. Cute little fucker. And server restart. Hulk Hogan sued the shit out of... Wait. Which journalist are we talking about?
Oh, I was just saying that Hulk Hogan is a more honest person than Elon Musk.
No, he said that Hogan sued a journalist.
Yeah.
Is this some back in the day shit?
He sued a journalist for saying he lies as much as Elon Musk.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
that's slander. It was like, wait, hold on. Are any of his companies not subsidized in some way by the government? By a government? Because I know a few of them are subsidized. I know SpaceX is. I know Tesla is. I think Starlink is subsidized as well.
I don't know.
And his net worth is basically entirely based on stock value.
It is now, yeah.
Yeah, which is subsidized. So essentially, his money is actually doesn't really exist. He didn't earn it or make it. It is stock based on subsidies. Oh, I'm pretty sure he even leaked private messages he had with Asmongold as well.
He did.
So the man's a child.
What's weird is that the messages he leaked were trying to say that showed that Asmongold had handlers of some kind because he misinterpreted the term editor.
Right. So he's a liar and a petty scumbag, and how can anyone like him or believe him? I must ask.
Oh, come on, he smoked a joint on the Joe Rogan Experience that one time.
He's a retard.
The Hulk killed Gawker Media after they published his sex tape. There's a Hulk Hogan sex tape? Kind of glad I didn't know that.
Does he even call women brother in bed?
Oh yeah, you like that, brother.
Brother. God, that's just a terrible idea.
Let me show you something, brother.
Then she laughs. It's cold, brother.
You hear Vince in the background going, "Why don't I introduce you to Triple H?" Oh, God. He was never the same since he had that hamstring tear or whatever. I think his Undertaker dildo has a hat.
No, but I bet it was purple and very large. I don't want any. Oh yeah, that's another thing I modified that is also sometimes unpredictable in a good way. I turned off the zombies' ability to sprint, but some of them still get to do it. I love it. It's like, I like how it's slightly broken. Doesn't do exactly what it says. This looks like a beautiful spot to have a picnic. We picked a beautiful spot for this one. I know Steven doesn't care much, but there's
Yeah, much
a bunch
about
of these there's a bunch of these little markers on the map, and they add them for people. You tell the devs your friend was a really big fan of the game, played it all the time, and love this spot. They'll put in the default map, they'll drop a little marker. And whoever this was, he had good taste. It's a beautiful spot. The castle in the distance, and Green Mountain over there. It's peaceful. First thing I thought when I walked up on it was a good place for a picnic. And that should be Vibor just over the rise.
Oh yeah, I found it. He tried to say that his Cybertrucks were able to run entirely on sunlight for like the entire distance of a journey. He actually said that in a press conference in 2017, and it was on the slides and everything. It's like, what a surprise! They don't. Like that.
Roger that. Do a mod like the film where testicular cancer gives you immunity. Men's Awareness Month. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. Let's see if we can get back to where my buddy dropped all his gear. lost my baseball bat, so I essentially have nothing to fight with until I get back to my dead body and get the sword. And even so, the chances of me getting to split them off into one-on-one fights is pretty slim. Excuse me. Green Mosin. 939 ammo. A lot of pistol flashlights. Hi. You look very valuable to me. Well, you're useless until I get some pouches on you. So I'm gonna leave you here for now. If I find pouches, I'll come back.
Oh, John Jones is angered that Stipe didn't say John Jones is a current left heavyweight.
Shit. Not good. The hell? And we made it back. The sword stays in the hands. Interesting. The assault vest and the high cap vest, as we used to know them, are the same size now and have the same number of slots for grenades. There's no benefit for one or the other. think I found a reason why we might need to get rid of the enterable buildings mod. Remember how it wouldn't let us spawn loot in there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, from what I can see, a minute ago, I was able to juke 3 zombies by running into this other side because the zombies have no pathing in there.
Yeah, they have no nav mesh.
Got me a big backpack now. Yeah, he can't make it in. Yeah, it's like I don't exist in here. Ow. I guess we'll have to get rid of it. Long time coming. Wait, are you actually trying to open the door? Okay, so he knows to try to open the door.
I can't believe how much of a bitch John Joe's actually is about that. Oh my god, John, shut up. He's sad that Stipe said that Ngannou is a better heavyweight than John.
He's such a passive-aggressive human being.
John hurt Stipe hurt John's feelings. But yeah, John, you're holding a belt that you don't really deserve that actually probably belongs to Ngannou because he never lost it in the Octagon. So you are literally a paper champion. And people don't tend to respect paper champions. That's how that works.
Mm-hmm. The only way to come close to getting over that stigma would have been to fight everybody.
Yeah, so, and usually fight the best guy you can right away. But, you didn't do that, did you, John? Why? Because you're a pussy. And because you know how you've marketed yourself and how you act, that as soon as you lose, you will be dropped as fast as possible.
They really should have called Red Dead Redemption Grand Theft Equestrian. That's confuse the fuck out of people.
Yeah, it would have worked.
It's accurate. That's what horses are. Oh, Jesus.
He just cut me twice.
Maybe you just suck.
I do.
Why? You played the game for like thousands of hours. I guess you're demonstrating your unique ability again.
Yeah.
Let's play a game loads and not improve. It is quite impressive. How do you do that?
Years of practice, amigo.
Like, how do you play so much of something but just never remember what to do right?
No idea.
It's like 2 o'clock already. What the fuck? You know that thing that time does?
Slip and slip and slip.
and keep like speeding up. Can it just pick a speed and just stop?
Technically, it's going at the same speed the whole time.
Nah, bullshit. It's lying to us.
That's a perception issue.
It's like the turning button knob thing on the toaster that tells you what temperature it is. Bollocks. and the knob in the shower that lies as well.
Does it now?
Yeah. It's never honest. Actually, there's something really wrong with our shower because the extreme hot end is actually cold. But if you turn it all the way, it gets cold. And there's
I've
like
seen that.
there's like a random bit somewhere in the middle that's like dangerously hot, and you gotta be careful. And it like it sneaks up on you. Like it doesn't tell you it's about to get really hot. It'll like hold a normal temperature and then just dump raging hot water into you. It's lovely.
Let's see if I can hit that zombie from here. Come on. Missed him. Got one left. Come on. I think I nicked him. He moved. But he might have just been reacting.
Frankie's an idiot.
Frankie?
He just made a video on on Battlefield 6. Now it's going to be, and he said that the standard of modern FPS games is really high. No, it isn't. It's an all-time low. What are you talking about, Frankie?
Well, our standards...
Just over a decade ago, we had like masterpiece after masterpiece being released every year in the FPS genre. In the last few years, just put this, the last really good FPS game that came out, in my opinion, was Doom Eternal. And that was 2019, 2020. And then before that, probably was the previous Doom game. We've had some okay games, but not amazing games. Whereas, like 2006, 2007... Actually, no, fuck it. From like the early 2000s up to probably like 2015, we had great FPS games every year. Back at the 90s even. Like, it was like a 20-year run. Don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But anyway, you were going to say something?
I don't recall. Probably that it's...
Already? Jesus.
It's probably that it's about time for me to wrap the stream up. So I do gotta get to sleep. So... Tara, if you're still watching...
Sleep at work like everyone else.
I can't. It seems like a terrible idea. But anyway, yeah. Tara, anyone else happens to still be watching? Good seeing you. I'll catch you on the next one.
Oh shit.